show you how to add products to the store, WooCommerce store. Now this site does not have any design elements implemented yet, but you can go ahead and log in with the username and password that I sent to you, and you can start adding products. Now if you follow the email that I sent to you, it also gives you some requirements on the image sizes, keeping them at like 1200 pixels by 1200 pixels, keeping them square, or you can keep them at a certain width and certain height as well if you'd like. So if you do want to do that, you can make them, and I'll show you an example here. If we were to keep, I'll make this a little smaller. So if we look at this, you can see this is a square image, right? So I could either elect to cut the image out and put it on there, or I can have this gray background. So if you do this, where you want whatever the color is behind here to change, you could either put your own color on the background and then it'll be throughout each store. But if you decide you wanted to change the color later, you have to change every image. Another way to do it is to make this a transparent PNG file and then export just this piece, and then we can actually put it onto the background here once you upload it to the site, and then we can control what the background looks like, whether it's going to be white or gray. So we're just going to stick with keeping it gray for instructional purposes, and this is going to be, right now this is 600 by 600 pixels wide, but I always tell them to double it up to make them 1200 by 1200, so that when someone clicks on this to make it larger, it'll look nice. You could even go 1600 by 1600 if you like, okay? So we're going to go ahead and do a couple of things. We're going to use a website for compressing images, and we're also going to upload a product, right? So we want to make sure that our products aren't like 5,000 pixels by 5,000 pixels, and then we upload a 20 megabyte file and it's super huge. So I am going to put some limitations on that as I build the website out, so you won't be able to upload super huge files. But this is an easier way to add products to the website. So we'll simply just go over to products. You go to all products. Now right now you don't have any products in here, and we don't have any categories. So we should set up the categories first. So I'm just going to go ahead and set up t-shirts. I'll put t-shirts, and we'll hit save. There's a little save button down there, add new category. And I'll put hats, and I'll put polo shirts. I don't know. Whatever you want to put in here, right? So we now have these categories, so now we can add products to these categories. So go ahead and click Create Product. I'll make this window a little smaller, and then that's pretty annoying right there. Anyway, so I'm going to call this T-shirt 1, right? Or just call it, yeah, T-shirt 1. 1. It'll be our test, and you can put your product description in here, test, and talk about the T-shirt. You could have other, you can format it. You can make different headings in here if you wanted to like format it with the different headings, and then be descriptive. You can make bulleted lists. So if you can use Word, you can use this, okay? So as we go down the page, you're going to see that it says simple product. Now, a simple product is just a product that doesn't have any options like small, medium, or large, or colors or anything. So if I knew that I had so say this is test shirt 1 small, and I didn't want to create one product and have different drop downs for those products. So say for instance I have a t-shirt, typically you'd have t-shirt, color, and then size, right? So if I wanted to separate them, or I had them all separately, this could be t-shirt 1, black, small. So if I really wanted to separate all my products that way, I can make them separate products. So I'll say this is 1995, and then I'm going to go ahead and I have an inventory. I can track my inventory. I can put my SKU number in here, whatever that's going to be, and then I can set up my rest of my options here. If I go to shipping, I don't have any shipping classes set up or dimensions or anything. If you are going to use UPS, or you're going to use anything that has dimensional weights, you're going to want to set that stuff up before you come in here. But if you want to set the weights up, you can go ahead and say it's, how many kilograms is it? So I'm going to say it's, let's see, weight decimal form. So I'm just going to say 12. All right, so, and then link products, if I want to do an upsell or a cross sell, you can look at instructions on what those mean. That's in case I want to add, you may also like products and stuff below the product or on the side. Attributes, I don't have any. I was going to make color. It is a simple product, so there aren't any attributes for me to select. So this is this product here, and then I want to assign it to a category over here called t-shirts, and then I should give it a tag. So this would be a black small t-shirt, right? Black small t-shirt, if you really want to do this correctly, okay? And you can say whatever you want to say for the actual tag. Then you got the option to add a product image. Well, I don't have a product image right now, so let me go ahead and go into Photoshop here, and then I'm going to go ahead and go to layers, and then let me flatten my whole image, and then I'm going to go ahead and take this off the side here so I can see it on my other screen, and then copy here. All right, so I'm going to go to new. I'm going to drag this whole thing over just so you can see it. And I go new, and I'm going to make this, 1200 by 1200. So I'll make it 620 by 630, hit create, and then it really should be 1200 by 1200. So let me just do that instead. So I'll go to new, and I'll just type in here 1200, and then 1200. And you really should start with the large image and not do what I'm about to do, is stretch this. So this looks weird because I just copied it off of a overlay image, so it looks funky like this, but you get the idea, right? So let's just do that and make it look a little bit better. Let's make that a little bigger. So now I have my image, and then I want to make it so that I'm going to export this image, right? So I export it as a JPEG. Notice it's 67.6 kilobytes. If I do a PNG file, it's going to make the site, it's going to make it a lot larger. So you do want to start off with doing a JPEG, and then I'm going to go ahead and select export. When I go to export it, I'm going to go ahead and just throw it onto, let me put it inside of your website here. I'll just put it in here, images, and we're going to call this t-shirt black small. And so this is just one image, right? So now I've got this image. Now if I go to open this image back up and I go to the images, you're going to see that this image is 69 kilobytes. That's actually fine, right, for us to upload it into the site. But if you wanted to compress it even further, you can use this website called tinyjpeg.com. And then what you want to do is you want to click here and you want to upload your image, right? And then when you upload it, it's 69.2 kilobytes. Let's see what we save here. See if it saves us anything. 23.7, that's even better. So let's save that. We'll go ahead and download that image. Then it's going to save that guy. Let's put that back in images. We'll call it A. Hit save. Okay, so now we close that out, and then we're going to go back, and here we're back at our product upload, right? So I'm over here on our select product image, and I'll click on set product image and upload it. And now I got it the small one. It's just 24. I'll double click on it, and then it's going to have my image here, and I should add alt text in here too. So t-shirt black small. And you can put, shopusashooting.org or whatever your business name is going to be in there, right? So I'm going to go ahead and select set product image. So now technically I've got a product, and if you look below this, it has add product gallery images. Well, if you look at my design here, you'll see that these other images are right below it here. So these are the extra images that are on this product. So I can add other images here, add product gallery images, and I'm just going to add the same one, just for the hell of it. And I'll add it again, just so you can see. Now the product page is not set up yet, so if I go ahead and view this to see what it's going to look like, it's going to look funky on the front end. So I can publish this if I want, or I can save it as a draft because I'm not really done working on it. I can preview it to see how it's going to look, and it looks kind of weird, right? So I've got that, but see how it's actually starting to come along? It's starting to show. So you will be able to see the product images. Now, if I click this, see how that nice big image? So you're going to make sure that it is kind of a crisp image. So that's why you want to start with a large image and go small. You don't want to go small to large, okay? So now I go back into my editor here, and I've got this product completed. Well, I want to actually have this product, but I want it to be a product that has multiple options on it. So I could either copy this image, right, or copy this product, but I don't have the plugin added yet, which is called duplicate product, right? But I can copy this, or I can just change this one. Say I was like, you know what, I don't want to separate all these. I'm just going to make the t-shirt one by itself, and I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this. I'm just going to call it t-shirt one, And then what I want to do is I want to change this from simple. Okay, I want to change this from simple to variable product. And when I do that, it's going to allow me to have other options that I can add for this product. So if we look at this, it's going to say size, color, etc. Notice this checkbox is checked right here. It says used for variations. So that's important because it's going to allow me to select whatever's in here and then add pricing and add shipping and stuff per size and per color. So let's do that. I'm on the attributes and I want to say color. And I'm going to put in red, and then you have to use this pipe thing, right? This right here. It's a weird looking character. If you hold your shift key down and right above your return, you're going to see a back arrow, a backslash like that. You hold your shift key down and it gives you this thing called a pipe. Okay, it's called pipe. So you do red, and then I want blue, and then pipe, and then I want orange, and then I want green. So if this looks weird to you, you can also separate it with a space in here. You can go like that. So if you need it to be a little more user-friendly for your visual, so you can do it that way. And so now I'll select Save Attributes. Now let's see what happens. Okay, so it saved the color. So it lets me save the color. So the next thing I want to do is I want to add another one. So I'm going to say Add, and then I want it to be size. And then this will be small, right? Medium, pipe, large. So now when I do this, save attributes, it's saving them all for the variations. I'll save, it does my little save here. I'll go to variations, and now notice that none of them are in here. So if I go generate variations, it's going to ask me if I want to do all of them or I can do one at a time. So let's just do all of them, generate variations. It's going to say blah, 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 50 per run. So it's going to run these for me, and notice what it does. So what it does here is it actually creates red, small, red, medium, red, large. Blue, small, blue, medium, blue, large, orange, small, blah, 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 blah. So you get the idea, right? So on each of these, you can click right on this little banner here, and then you can actually manage stock at the size and color level, right? Or you don't have to. You also can put the individual SKUs for each one. So if red small is 121212 red, small or red SM or something like that. So say it's 12121212 RED-SM. So that's my SKU for that one. I'll copy that, and I'm going to go to the next one, which is medium. I'll paste that in here, put MED. And this is, you know, in case you have multiple SKUs for these products, right? So this is a better way to really keep them tracked, right? So I'll go ahead and go to small, and it's not a downloadable product, it's not a virtual product, right? So if you were not shipping something, you can make it virtual where they can just pay for a service, but we do have this where it is going to be shipping out to someone. Notice it still has all the other options set up. So the regular price on this is going to be $19.95. Now if I had a sale going on with this, I would put the cheaper price here, and then I can schedule, you know, when it's going to show. So I'm not going to do that. The weight I got set up, and say I know what the dimensions are, it's length, width, height, and you're going to want to do that based on the size of the product or the box. It's actually better if you know the box size. So say the small box is 12 by 12 by 4. This isn't going to matter unless you actually set up the shipping rates inside of WooCommerce under the shipping settings. So shipping class is not going to matter either, and description doesn't matter. You can add it if you want to for your own efficacy, right? So that one's finished, and I'll click on the bar to collapse it, and then I'll do the next one, and you get the idea. So you go down the page, $18.95, and then I'll do the next one, and we'll do, let me do another color. So let's do blue small, and then I'll change this to $24.95. All right, so now I've got blue and I've got red set up. So I'm finished with those. I'll select Save Changes. Once the changes are saved, I can go ahead and preview this now. And I'll take a look. It is pretty ugly again, but notice I got my drop downs now. So I got red and blue, and notice how it's ghosted out because I don't have any options selected yet. So if I go to small, it's still not selected. I have to select the color. So I go to red small. I got a price. I got one in stock. It's $19.95. I go to blue small, $24.95. I don't have any other options for blue because I didn't do anything. I didn't set up any prices on there, so it's not going to let me show anything. So I'll go red, and then let's look at medium, and then there's medium $18.95. And if you also notice, it will change the SKU number here. So when you go to change stuff, it's going to go ahead. There's the main SKU for the product, right? So I'll change this. Watch it, red, and now I'll change it to small. And then there's 1212 red SM, and then it tells you where it is, and the tag. Okay, so that's how you set it up for small, medium, and large. And then you're going to want to make sure that every one of these has a price on it. Otherwise, it's going to give you an error, or it's not going to show on the front end. Okay, so that's it. That's how you add. And you can add, I mean, depending on how you have your product page set up, you can use a short description box as well. And let's see what else it has in here. That's about it for the basic settings. Okay, if you have any questions, let us know. And you go ahead and publish it once you want it live. So say, for instance, I don't want it live yet, right? I can select edit, and then I can change the date of this. So say I want it published in November. I can set it there and select update, and then this product would automatically update and post in November. Okay, so if I say update here, it's not going to show on my website till November. So I'll hit cancel, and then I'm just going to go ahead and put this back into draft because I'm still working on it, and I don't want it live on my website yet for people to order. And I'll select update. So now I'm finished, and then I'm going to go ahead and go to the front end, and everything is starting to come along here. And then once I get the design knocked out, it'll look nice, but at least you understand. Here's the additional information. Reviews, you don't have any, but here's small, medium, and large, green, description, etc. Thank you.